That's crazy. 700 square feet is a generously sized. Why does it cost so much to afford things? Houses are expensive, cars are expensive, food is expensive. Why? So I'm gonna look at things, at how expensive things are. The place I'm gonna start with first is New York City, the most unaffordable place in the world. And so to do that, I'm really just gonna browse Zillow and give my very layman understanding. If I were looking for a house on Zillow in New York City, would I be willing to pay these prices for these things? Yes or no? Do I give it a score? Maybe I'll give it a score. We'll see. All right. So first off, I already have this listed up. It is 303 West 149th Street, second floor apartment. They have 11 pictures. It's a two bedroom, one bathroom, 700 square feet. And I get that it's New York City, and I get that in New York City you might be a single person, you might be a family of two, a couple, or maybe a couple and a small child. But 700 square feet is not that much, especially when you're telling me the selling price is $525,000 US. 700 square feet is the size of a size 13 Jordans. Okay, fine. 700 square feet is like a generous 2-car garage. But still, anyways, let me see. 525,000 built in the 1900s. You're paying $750 per square foot. HOA is $656. Let's see, what's so special about this? Exposed brick, 2 well-sized bedrooms, excellent light, sure, $500,000 worth of light. Dual closets, king-sized primary bedroom, hardwood floors, and full-sized appliances. I have to see what this looks like. Virtually staged. Okay, so this is what it could potentially look like. I mean, I guess it doesn't look that bad, but see, the thing about these is this looks like a lot of space, but when you actually walk into the place, does it feel like there's ample space? Me, I'm not the biggest guy, but I always find myself bumping into things when I shouldn't be. So space is ideal for me. I mean, maybe you have these 3 large windows that make it feel a bit more airy, and that could work, but I can't get over the fact that it's 700 square feet. Okay. A 2 or 3 person couch, small coffee table, microwave with your stove and oven, a small kitchen sink, window to bring in light, with 2 windows to bring in enough light, dishwasher. That's a slim fridge. I'm assuming this is your entrance, and maybe closet, like a little mudroom closet. 2-person dining room table, which in itself is tiny. So ideally, 2 persons in this property, right? Different angle. I mean, yes, you have the nice red brick accent wall. That's lovely. Okay, you have a small nook. Again, large open windows to bring in more light, to make it feel more airy. Small desk, maybe you could do some work here. A small office desk and a seating area right behind it. I suppose the bathroom is just that standard sized bathroom. So I know in the US, I'm assuming they watch a lot of television. Where's the television gonna go? Where? This is the kitchen. Bedroom. Is this another bedroom? That is the other bedroom that they have. Right. Okay, so this is the master bedroom. And this that we had outlined as an office is the other bedroom. So this space that they have outlined as office space is actually a bedroom, or what they're touting as a bedroom. You can get a single bed in there, a single person bed, but really you can see it's barely enough space for an office. I know there are some New Yorkers who will go crazy over this because this is in Harlem, just on the outskirts of Harlem. Right, so you come in, dishwasher, sink, refrigerator, living area, closet, hallway. Yeah, that bedroom, this is the window here. 10 by 8, I guess that's a standard size bedroom. This master bedroom is bigger than the usual, 17 by 17, with some additional storage here, but that's a tiny bathroom, 5 feet wide. You at least have some sort of amenities in this property for it to cost $500,000, $525,000 to be exact. Let's look at the listing. Here's the selling point. One of the most cost-effective condos in Upper Manhattan in price and carrying costs. This unit is perfect for either a primary resident or an investor. A happy place for pets and located a block from Jackie Robinson Park, known for its fantastic swimming pool because, sure, sell everything else around it. This condo is a few short blocks from the express ABCD trains as well as the 3 line. Yes, that's convenient being close to the transportation, but let's see. Don't miss a chance to make this delightful condo your new home or investment property. Please note, there's a tenant in place until February 2027 with a rental income of $2,600. So let's see. The mortgage is $525. Let's say you put 5% down, $2,600 a month. And there's no way your mortgage is going to be less than that, right? Because ideally, if you're buying this to invest in it, you want your mortgage to be less than $2,600. Otherwise, you're just going to be out of pocket every month. And at that point in time, it's not a very good investment. It's been on Zillow for 114 days. That's 3 months, almost 4 months. These price changes, I love to look at price changes to see how blatantly expensive things are. So if we start from 2011, it was sold for $300,000. $300,000, I'm fine. I get it. 700 square feet, $300,000, sure. But then you come and relist it 14 years later for double the price. March of 2025, you listed for double the price. And interestingly enough, or not interestingly enough, it doesn't sell. It just stays there. They keep bringing the price down from $650 ultimately to $550, $100,000 less. Where they removed the listing 9 months after it didn't sell, and then they relisted it at $575 in March of 2026, and then June of 2026 they dropped the price by $50,000. So it's been on the market from March 2025 until July. We're in July now of 2026. It's been on the market since March of 2025. Yes, it was removed briefly, but I'm not going to count that. It's until now, July of 2026. It's been on the market for effectively a year at $600,000. Why? Sure, it looks very recently renovated, but not $300,000 worth. Right, so let's go to another one of my favorite parts. The payment calculator. The home price is $525, down payment of 20%. on a 30-year fixed mortgage at an interest rate of, let's just say, 6%, because you have a good relationship with your bank. That's $3,743 is your estimated monthly payment. And you're charging your tenant how much? $2,600 a month. How? So you're in the whole $1,100, $1,200 every month. So yes, you have an asset that's going to appreciate over time, but I don't appreciate paying $1,200 extra. That's not even that's $1,200 plus your HOA fees. That's $1,900, almost $2,000 a month extra. Yes, again, in an appreciating asset, but let's not forget insurance, property taxes, home insurance. Jeez. So guys, that was my first look at expensive things. I love this. I mean, I love looking at these properties, and I want to know what's going on in the heads of these sellers and realtors, saying, yes, let's absolutely list this for $500,000. It's gonna sell. But clearly a year later it's not. So, New York, do better. I mean, I love New York, don't get me wrong. When you come to New York, you feel different. The place is lovely. You feel more active. You feel like you can accomplish anything, but not $500,000. I know there are people who can't afford this very easily, but if you can afford $500,000 very easily, you're not going to spend it on a 700 square foot apartment, right? So anyways, we'll be doing more of these because I love looking at these apartments, these properties, and I love wondering what's going on in people's heads. So until we speak again.